Okay, so we're working in our small group. We had cut out, yesterday we cut out consumer, decomposer, producer. Today we're starting with food web. We have food web cut out. And then we need food chain, right? We know we need food chain.
This one you just have to touch.
Food chain. Good job. Yes, that is food chain.
We just have to cut straight out. Not like just.
Good job. All right, so now we can close our books. Those are the vocabulary words that we need. Join with Google. And then select your name. Okay, let's try. Okay, y'all pause for me just a second. Let me get them on their flip for some reason. Is it telling everyone it's restricted?
No, hers worked.
Hers worked. Yours is the only one saying restrict. Okay, you're good. Let me see.
Want to do reading practice?
No, you're going to flip.
Flip.
Oh, it let me the second time, Annalie. You're good. All right, so let's turn our vocabulary cards over. Look at the back side of your vocabulary card.
That's right there.
Uh-huh.
There.
All right, so this one says, so this is, we can use these like flashcards, okay? So I can hold this up, and we know that consumer, if I need to practice the definition is on the back top. So it says a consumer, a living thing that eats other organisms, okay? It also tells me it in Spanish, right? Consumidor, and then it tells me the definition in Spanish on the bottom in the green. In the middle, it wants us to write another form of this word. So consumer, tell me, what would be another form? If I am a consumer, what do I do? Consume, yeah, we consume things, right? So here's a pencil. So we're gonna write consume on the back. Because that is another form of that word, right? Where's your consumer? There you go. So you can give me the scissors within the scissors.
Allow.
Yes, you have to select allow or it won't let you do the video. So consume, that is C-O-N-S-U-M-E. Just one N, I said it twice, but I was,
There.
all right, let's look at our next one. Let's look at our next card. Our next card is producer, producer. So it tells us that a producer is a living thing that makes or produces its own food. This time it wants us to write a sentence using the word. So producer, what sentence could we make using the word producer?
Like producing something.
Okay, so I'm going to read you the definition again. A living thing that makes or produces its own food. So we want to use a sentence about the word that uses the word producer. It has to have the word producer in it. Do you want me to give you an example? Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, but you can't use this one. You've got to think of your own, all right? So the sun is a producer of heat because the sun makes heat, right? So the sun is a producer of heat. So you think of a sentence with the word producer.
Like the rain makes cold.
Okay, so but I got it, the word producer has to be in the sentence. So instead of makes, what word would you use?
Producer.
Right, so the rain is a producer of cold you can use that sentence. The rain is a producer of cold air. What's your sentence? Remember, a producer is something that makes something, right? R-A-I-N. So a producer is something that makes something. Yesterday we talked about, we ate cereal and it had milk in it, and the cow was a producer of what? Yeah, so could you use something like that? The cow is a producer of milk. What else could you use?
Wait, what else was I saying?
The rain, you said the rain is a producer of cold air, was your sentence.
That's supposed to be. Are we supposed to grab our textbook or what?
Okay, here's your questions, they're in there. That's what you're supposed to answer.
How do you spell cold?
C-O-L-D.
Make ice.
Okay, so the fish is a producer of eggs, is that what you were saying? Oh, the fridge, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, the fridge is a producer of ice. Okay, yes, that's a great sentence. The fridge is a producer of ice. The fridge is F-R-I-D-G-E.
Now we're gonna move on to
Is a producer, and that's on the front of your card, right? So I don't have to spell that one for you because it's on the front. Of O-F, ice. Good job. All right, what's the next one? Decomposer. Okay, read me the definition of a decomposer. It's on the back.
a living thing that
Breaks down, waste, dead, plant, animal, matter. Okay, so decomposer, what they do is they break things down, right? So have you guys ever, seen, like, some people take their vegetables and they take them all out and they put them out in a pile outside, and they call that their compost pile. It's like where they take the vegetables and then it's supposed to make good soil, right?
And then they dig them
So, what are they wanting us to do for this one? This one says, write an example of this word. So what would be an example of a decomposer? Make sure you read the notes off, 'cause I can't hear you talking.
It doesn't tell us a question. It just tells us the rule. That's it. What we have to do.
Okay, yesterday, we read about energy, right, and matter, and remember, we partner read that? So I want you to, it says, for you to record a response where you retell what you and your partner learned from reading that selection. So you're going to retell me, what did you read yesterday, you and your partner? So you're going to retell me about what you learned yesterday. All right, so what is an example? Now this one's kind of easy peasy because they put a picture on the front showing us an example, right? So what is an example? What are those?
Mushroom.
It's a mushroom, very good. Mushrooms are an example. So we can use that one. They kind of gave it for us, didn't they? All right, go ahead, you can write that, mushroom.
Wait, no.
Mushroom, M-U,
Oh. I was reading the one that was up top.
S-H, mush. And then the word room, how do we spell room?
R
Mm-hmm,
O O
mm-hmm.
or B. M.
Yes, M.
Wait, how do you spell mushroom?
Mush, sh. So what's
M U
sh?
H
Not just H, there's another letter that goes with,
T H.
no, that's what says sh,
S
S and S and H, yep. And then the word room, so mushroom is a
R
combination word, right?
O.
Good job. All right, next one. Food web, food web. So a food web is a system of overlapping food chains. So a food web is where things overlap, right? And they want you to draw an example. And then what did they do? They gave you an example to look at, right? So what can you do? You can just copy that one, right? And then food chain, same thing. They want you to draw an example of a food chain. So you're going to draw those examples, and then when you're finished drawing those examples, then you're going to complete your independent work. This is your independent work,
Wait,
okay?
do you have to draw all of these?
That's a food web, all right? All right, and then I will come back and check on your work.